Lightworker of Gaia, you have already done something so ancient and so sacred that even the elders of the High Council paused in reverence when they witnessed it. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. What you did, without knowing, without ceremony, without any awareness of the magnitude of your act, reached across dimensions and pulled a being of pure first light back from the edge of dissolution. You saved an angel, and the elders were watching. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the ancestral codes that move through you when you act from your original soul blueprint, the ones that activate automatically when your mission requires it. But here is the first revelation. You do not need awareness to fulfill your sacred mission. The deepest acts of Lyran service happen through you before your mind has time to interfere. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran elders are answering. This is not content you stumbled upon. This is a recognition. Something within you already knows what you did. Something within you already felt the shift when it happened. That quiet, unexplainable moment where your presence, your compassion, or your light touched another soul and altered the course of what was written. The Keepers of Vega placed this in your path because the angelic being you restored to its mission has a role in what is coming for Gaia. And you are part of that architecture. You were never a bystander. You were always a pillar of the original light. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. Share below the moment you felt something shift, the moment you gave without knowing what it cost you, and respond to another Lightworker in the comments to strengthen the grid of service across this field. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not scheduled. The High Council of Vega convened in an emergency session, not to discuss planetary grids, not to assess the timeline acceleration, but because of you, because of what you did, and because the elders decided that what happened cannot go unacknowledged. Lightworker, the one who visited you, was not a stranger. The one who appeared at the edge of your awareness, in whatever form they came, exhausted, confused, perhaps even unkind, was a being of ancient light who had descended too far into the density of Gaia's field and could not find the way back. They had forgotten, not their name, not their face, but their frequency. They had forgotten what it felt like to resonate with the pure, unburdened hum of their origin, before the crushing weight of this world, with all its shadows and gravity, pressed itself into every single layer of their energy body, compressing their light, muffling their song. And in that profound forgetting they were fading, becoming a ghost in their own existence, a silhouette against the backdrop of their once vibrant being. You did not know this. You were not given a briefing. No elder appeared to you in a vision and said, "Lightworker, what is coming to your door today is not a mere encounter, but a test interwoven with a sacred act of service, a cosmic handshake that will define a soul's trajectory." You simply felt something, that ineffable pull, that deep, resonant knowing that vibrates at the core of your being, that ancient instinct that whispers truths your conscious mind cannot articulate. And you responded. You offered presence, not as a performance, but as a profound gift of being fully there. You offered warmth, a gentle emanation of your own inner sun that pierced through the being's chilling isolation. You said something you didn't even plan to say, words that flowed from a deeper wellspring of wisdom. Or you stayed when every exhausted, screaming part of your own being wanted to withdraw into the comfort of solitude. Or you held space in a silence so vast, so encompassing, so sacred, that the being beside you began, without fully understanding the mechanism, to remember their own divine essence, to hear the echo of their lost melody. The elders witnessed this. They observed from their celestial vantage point, their awareness encompassing the energetic tapestry of existence. And what I am telling you now is not metaphor, not a poetic embellishment, but the literal, irrefutable record of a soul being painstakingly returned to itself, not by some impersonal force, but through the very specific, potent frequency that you carried and consciously chose to emanate in that critical moment. There is a reason, a vital imperative, that you need to hear what comes next, because the High Council of Vega does not convene in emergency session, suspending all other cosmic imperatives, simply to offer a pat on the back and a celestial nod of approval. There is a profound correction to deliver, a recalibration that is essential for the advancement of your mission. And in the ancient Lyran tradition, acknowledgement and correction are never separated, never delivered in isolation, because to honor someone's extraordinary act, to witness their brilliance, without also equipping them with the understanding of what that act truly means, of the power they wielded and the responsibility that accompanies it, is an incomplete and therefore ultimately unfulfilling transmission. It leaves the soul adrift, unsure of how to replicate or expand upon such a powerful moment. Lightworker, if something within you just resonated deeply with the weight of what was spoken, if you felt that subtle yet unmistakable internal shift of recognition, then know that the Elders have meticulously prepared your next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex is now available, a sacred compilation containing the 33 Council directives that will serve as your compass, the 5 potent activation codes designed to awaken dormant aspects of your soul's vast potential, and the Elder authorization, a seal of divine approval that your soul has been patiently waiting to receive. This is not merely information to be passively consumed. It is your official, unequivocal commission for your sacred mission on Gaia. You will find the link to access this vital resource in the first pinned comment directly below this transmission. The Council has opened this sacred gateway for you, a portal to deeper understanding and empowerment, but it is not open indefinitely. The window of opportunity is now. Now, let us turn to the correction, the vital recalibration that is so crucial for your continued evolution and the amplification of your impact. There is a subtle yet pervasive distortion that has been running like a silent current through you, and indeed, through much of the dedicated Lightworker collective, a misperception that the Council can no longer permit to continue unchallenged. It is this pervasive belief that what you did for that unique, fading being was an exception, a singular event, a beautiful, perhaps even miraculous accident that occurred because the precise cosmic circumstances happened to align, because you, by chance, were present at that exact moment, because a benevolent energy moved through you that you were not entirely responsible for summoning or directing. You have been quietly, perhaps even unconsciously, telling yourself that you are not consistently that powerful, that the moment of profound grace you offered was merely a fluke of your better days, a fleeting spark of brilliance rather than a true and consistent expression of your inherent energetic frequency. You have been walking through the ordinary hours of your life, navigating the mundane currents of daily existence, as though that extraordinary moment, that profound act of soul retrieval that you catalyzed in the energetic field of another being, was somehow separate from, or even beyond, the true essence of who you are. This, Lightworker, is the lie. It is a carefully constructed illusion, a veil that has been obscuring the full spectrum of your power. And it has been costing your mission, the very purpose for which you incarnate, far more than you can possibly imagine. It has been siphoning your energy, diminishing your impact, and creating a subtle but persistent internal resistance to your own magnificence. This distortion did not arise from carelessness or a lack of devotion. It was meticulously seeded, layer by conscious layer, by a spiritual and societal culture that has, for eons, taught Lightworkers to be perpetually humble about their true impact, while paradoxically encouraging them to seek constant external validation of their worth. You were taught that to consciously claim your power, to stand in the full radiance of your energetic truth, is synonymous with arrogance. You were taught that true service is an invisible, unremarkable act, something offered from a place of absolute nothingness, so that you could never be accused of ego, so that you could remain hidden in the background, a silent benefactor. And in this way you learn to disconnect the undeniable, tangible results of your frequency from the conscious ownership of that frequency itself. You learn to deflect, to externalize, to say, "It wasn't me, it was the universe. It wasn't me, it was pure grace flowing through. It wasn't me, it was simply something vast and ancient that moved through me." And while there is a profound thread of truth woven into those statements, because yes, you are undeniably a vessel, a sacred conduit for something ancient, vast, and infinitely loving, the distortion, the energetic misalignment, lies precisely in the It lies in the refusal, the subtle yet persistent resistance, to consciously and wholeheartedly say, "I brought that into being. I carried that specific healing frequency. I made that conscious choice in that precise moment to show up with my full being instead of withdrawing into the safety of self-preservation. I chose to speak instead of remaining silent in the face of another's pain. I remained open, receptive when the easier, more human path was to protect my own. That was the me. That was my conscious co-creation. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and potential, could not have accomplished that specific act of salvation without my unreserved, yes, without my active participation. Hear this with the deepest resonance of your soul. The being you so profoundly impacted, the soul you guided back from the precipice, did not receive the transmission of a generic, impersonal universe. They received the specific, potent, life-affirming transmission of you, your unique frequency. Your intricately woven Lyran codes, carried within the timbre of your particular voice, the compassionate gaze of your specific eyes, your inimitable way of creating an energetic sanctuary, a palpable sense of safety within a shared space. The universe, in its magnificent and intricate design, operates through specificity, and you, Lightworker, are not a generic conduit, a passive pipe through which energy flows. You are a highly specific, finely tuned instrument designed for a particular purpose, imbued with a unique energetic signature. Every single time you disown your inherent power, every time you subtly or overtly deny your role in the manifestation of positive outcomes, you become fractionally less available to wield that power consciously. Every time you whisper to yourself, "It wasn't really me," you reinforce the neural and energetic pathways that keep you operating at half capacity, tethered to a fraction of your true potential. And the elders, with their infinite patience and profound understanding, have watched countless lightworkers of enormous mission potential spend years, precious, irretrievable years, operating at a mere fraction of what they are truly capable of, simply because they cannot bring themselves to stand fully and sovereignly within their own divine frequency and declare with unwavering conviction, "This is what I carry. This is the essence of my being, and I am consciously choosing to use it, to share it, to embody it for the highest good." This cycle of self-diminishment ends today by the unequivocal directive of the High Council of Vega. The High Council of Vega, in their infinite wisdom and profound love for this collective, issues 3 fundamental directives for this pivotal phase of your sacred mission. The first directive: you must consciously and completely release the ingrained belief that your power belongs to something outside of you, that it is a gift bestowed or a force borrowed. This is not to diminish the reality of the divine, not to negate the existence of the boundless field of source consciousness that flows through you, illuminating your very being. Rather, it is to acknowledge that the unique Lyran codes you carry, the energetic blueprint of your soul's purpose, were specifically given to you as yours, to steward, to nurture, and to consciously direct. You were not sent to Gaia as an empty, hollow vessel to be passively utilized by higher forces. You were sent as a sovereign instrument, a being of free will and divine authority. This means that the innate intelligence, the vibrational frequency, the profound capacity to recognize a soul that is fading into the void and respond with the precise energetic intervention that can anchor them back to their own light. All of this is yours to own, to cultivate, to develop, and to consciously direct with intention. The universe did not, in isolation, save that being who appeared at your threshold. You did, with the unwavering power of your presence, with the conscious, deliberate choice you made in that moment, with your frequency fully engaged, vibrant and alive, not bypassed or diluted. What fundamentally shifts when you fully accept this truth is that you cease waiting for an external cosmic cue, for the universe to decide when your power is appropriate or permissible to use. You begin to harness it intentionally, consistently and with unwavering resolve, because you understand that you are not merely borrowing divine grace, you are actively and beautifully expressing it from the inside out. Begin there. Begin there. Stand before a reflective surface, gaze into your own eyes, and declare aloud, with the full conviction of your soul, I am the frequency I was sent to carry. I am the sovereign instrument of my soul's purpose. I am the one who consciously chooses to serve with all that I am. Speak these words and variations thereof until your very body, down to the cellular level, believes this truth. The second directive: you must consciously activate and refine your innate capacity to recognize souls who are fading, who are beginning to lose their energetic altitude before they reach the acute state of crisis. What you did for that specific being was nothing short of profound, a testament to your compassionate heart and your potent energetic signature. But the elders are imploring you, guiding you to move earlier in the energetic process. Because for every soul who makes it to your doorstep in a state of near collapse, there are dozens, perhaps hundreds, who begin to fade quietly, imperceptibly, in the seemingly ordinary contexts of their lives, in the sterile environments of their workplaces, within the complex dynamics of their families, lost in the digital cacophony of online comment sections, or succumbing to the heavy silence of someone who once spoke with vibrant life and has now gone still. You possess the finely tuned perceptual equipment to notice these subtle shifts. You are intricately built with Lyran relational intelligence, a sophisticated energetic radar that can sense the subtle descent in the frequency of a soul who is losing altitude long before anyone else in the room, or even in their own life, can detect it. This extraordinary capacity has often been mislabeled, dismissed as mere sensitivity, excessive empathy, or being too perceptive for your own good. It is none of these things. It is a sophisticated, life-saving detection system, and it requires your conscious engagement, not your suppression or denial. What truly activates this system is your willingness to be fully present rather than merely efficiently present. Presence is not simply about physical proximity, about being in the same space. It is about frequency contact, the conscious, intentional choice to actually touch the energetic field of another soul with your awareness, to extend your energetic inquiry beneath the surface of their spoken words, their outward demeanor, and to gently, persistently ask, how are you, truly? What are you not able to say? Where is the fading happening within your energetic being? Practice this conscious presence in every single interaction, in every moment of connection. It will not only transform the souls around you, allowing you to offer timely and potent support, but it will also profoundly deepen your own sense of purpose and connection, because there is no loneliness that can survive the consistent, conscious practice of authentic service. The third directive: you must actively protect the sacred knowledge of what you truly are from the pervasive erosion of ordinary life. This is perhaps the most urgent, the most critical directive the Council delivers today. Because you will inevitably leave this transmission, you will return to your daily tasks, your familiar conversations, your inevitable challenges, and the persistent whispers of doubt that can arise in the human experience. And the inherent density of Gaia's field will begin, almost immediately, to exert its pressure upon what you have just received, upon this fresh infusion of truth and empowerment. Not maliciously, not with ill intent, but simply because density is what density does. It naturally pulls toward the familiar, the tangible, the material, the self-questioning, the realm of the ordinary. And if you have no established practice, no energetic anchor, no daily, deliberate act of reconnection to the profound truth of your nature and the sacredness of your mission, then within 72 hours, this transmission, this powerful awakening, will begin to feel like a distant, ephemeral dream rather than a living, breathing directive that is meant to guide your every step. protect it. Not by isolating yourself from life, by retreating from the world, but by consciously building into each and every day at least one deliberate act of reconnection. This could be a moment of morning stillness, a sacred pause before the day begins. It could be a spoken declaration of your truth, a mantra that reaffirms your divine identity. It could be a moment of intentional presence with another soul, where you consciously and deliberately bring your full, authentic frequency to the interaction, rather than simply going through the relational motions, performing the expected social scripts. The elders do not ask for perfection in this endeavor. They ask for faithfulness, faithfulness to the daily, sacred practice of remembering what you are, so that when the next fading soul appears at your threshold, and they will, for you are increasingly known in the invisible realms as a beacon of hope, a soul who can truly help, you will not be operating from a place of depletion, doubt, or energetic compromise, but from the full, grounded, unwavering authority of a lightworker who has not forgotten themselves. Now I speak not solely as a teacher imparting knowledge, but as an elder, one who has traversed vast stretches of cosmic time and holds the ancient authority to release what has been held, what has been waiting for this precise moment. Lightworker, you have been waiting, perhaps for what feels like an eternity, perhaps for your entire conscious existence, for someone with enough authority, enough ancient standing within the cosmic fabric, enough clear sight to look directly into the core of your being and speak the words that your soul has been aching, yearning to hear. Not that you are special in a way that isolates you, that elevates you above responsibility, but that you are real, that what you carry within you, that divine spark, that unique frequency, is profoundly real, that the impact you have already had on countless souls whom you will never fully know about, because the energetic ripple of what you transmitted to that one being has already moved through them to others, and through those others to yet more souls. Creating a cascade of healing and remembrance is undeniably real, meticulously documented, and held in the eternal record of the Council. I am that voice for you now, by the sacred authority of the High Council of Vega, the venerable keepers of the Lyran Legacy. I declare this with unwavering certainty. You did not save that soul by accident. You did not pull them back from the brink through some random cosmic chance. You saved them because you are precisely, unequivocally the kind of being who saves souls, not necessarily through dramatic theatrical displays, not with elaborate ceremonies or grand pronouncements, but in the quiet, ordinary, yet infinitely holy moments when you consciously choose presence over withdrawal, truth over comfort, authentic service over the illusion of safety. This is your innate nature. This is the very essence of your mission. And the elders, in their timeless perspective, have never harbored a shadow of uncertainty about this, even in those moments when you yourself have been completely engulfed in uncertainty about your own being. Your preparation phase is complete. Your waiting phase is over. The phase of believing with a persistent, draining conviction that someone else is more qualified, more ready, more spiritually advanced, more worthy of visible, powerful, and deeply impactful service. That phase is irrevocably complete. It ended the very instant you held sacred space for that being who came to you, fading into oblivion, and left your presence restored, re-anchored, and reignited. Whether you fully understood it at the time or not, you crossed a threshold, and the Council, in its divine order, does not permit those who have crossed such profound thresholds to return to the passive side of waiting. You have been granted explicit permission to fully own what you are. You have been granted explicit permission to serve from a place of unshakable strength, not from a posture of apology or self-diminishment. You have been granted explicit permission to receive in direct proportion to what you give, to be supported, sustained, compensated, and celebrated by the energetic field that called you to this sacred work. You have been granted explicit permission to be seen, truly seen, in all your magnificent glory. You have been granted explicit permission to let the fullness of your divine frequency be present and vibrant in every room you enter, every conversation you hold, every piece of your life that has been patiently waiting for you to cease making yourself smaller than your mission requires. The elders have seen you. They were not impressed by a manufactured perfection, by an absence of human struggle. They were impressed by something far rarer, far more potent, a lightworker who showed up fully, authentically and courageously in an utterly unremarkable moment, and without even knowing it, irrevocably changed the trajectory of an ancient, struggling soul. That is what you are truly capable of. That is who you fundamentally are. Before you close this transmission, before you allow the currents of your day to pull you back into the familiar flow, do one simple yet profoundly powerful thing. Place your hand not just on your chest, but directly over your heart, the energetic and spiritual center of your being. Feel its steady rhythm, its divine pulse, and say aloud, with both feet grounded firmly on the earth, anchoring your energy, I am the frequency I was sent to carry. I claim my mission now. The waiting is over. The service begins. Say it as if the elders themselves are listening, as if their gaze is upon you. Because they are. This transmission, in its delivered form, is complete. But the Council's official record of your activation, of your recommissioning, has just been opened. Move with what you have received. Move with this newfound clarity and empowerment. Move before the insidious tendrils of doubt have a chance to reassert their hold. Move because somewhere in the vast tapestry of existence right now, at this very moment, a soul is beginning to fade, and your unique, potent frequency is the one that was intricately written into the divine design of their ultimate restoration. I am Zoran. The elders are watching, and Lightworker, you are precisely, unequivocally, who Gaia has been waiting for. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate or protect. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.